Today we're discussing about ADO.NET. So this ADO.NET, I will discuss about, in C Sharp we discussed, in Windows Forms we discussed, now in ASP.NET we will discuss, and also we'll discuss in our MVC also. We'll see examples and some discussion in Web API also. So everywhere, okay, just give me a second. Okay, so everywhere I will give the same kind of explanation and material related things, and also the programs also will give the same, so that when you are going for interviews and when you're facing the system tests, so that will become so much easy. So this is somewhat a easy problem I will give now. Okay. So I request you guys to focus on it. So this is one of the most important. Okay. So this is one of the most important program. So just follow this one. When you're going for system tests and all, this will be helpful. And as we discussed in our one of the previous session, so we will see what to do some project and all, maybe after this class or tomorrow's class. Okay. I will share this C# book also today. Okay, so yesterday people took this diagram, right? Yes, no? Please tell me. Okay. Hmm. Okay, done. Good. So, few days back when we were in demo, I have see. You can, so this one is purely so this theory is not required. I know some people already had our C# student like Suhasini, Vasim, Suresh, Ajay, and Gopi, and some more people. Yeah, Sandhya, some people like some 30, 40 people or something. So if you have this theory, you don't need to wrote. I will explain and you just go through that. So I have a question. Like someone, so who joined newly? So some people joined recently for this one. So can someone tell me, like Saujanya or Garima or some? So when we have in our demo session, I have explained, right? This AD.NET related. Uh, did you people took the notes that time? This AD.NET related. Actually, I forget. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, I gave the notes that time. I explained. I remember I explained. I explained this concept, but Smita, I think you are from our C Sharp. Ajay, no, only newly added people I'm asking. But I forgot. Okay, but anyway, I will give no problem. So fine, fine. So see, so that time we were hurry and that is a demonstration. I cannot explain everything there. Why? Because we'll have some 3-4 demonstrations. Within that 3-4 demonstrations, I can't give much time. But I know I will give the time. See, we'll slowly discuss about ADO.NET. We'll discuss about everything in ADO.NET. So our target, So we'll take 3-4 classes for ADO.NET, like grid view and everything. But my request for you guys, see, excellent. So I'm very much impressed with your hard work and all for that small task. Okay, so keep going. Excellent. So trust me. Next, give me 4 days of time. Just follow me, whatever I tell. After fifth day, see, you don't need to tell me, but your confidence will become double. Like, so those who are freshers, how many are freshers here? Just raise your hands. Freshers and looking for job. Just please raise your hands. Like you are recently done with your BTech. That means, or 1 year, 2 years back. So 15, 16. See there. You don't need to feel any shy. So I have some tips for you guys. That's why I'm asking. Hmm. Okay, 16. Now, how many are trying to change? Okay, so Saujanya, yeah, definitely you will. Why? Because not only you, so many people like see, I almost trained more than 1,000 people in last few years. So in narration, I don't know, more than 1,000 means it's like almost nearer to 3,000 like that. So in that, so many people are from mechanical background, degree background, and some people. One girl was recently completed. She is from MBA background. So you are from pharmacy, and some other people also from pharmacy. So see, you don't need to worry about anything. So I will take care. Trust me. But whenever I ask you to do some practice, you need to do. So whenever I ask you for interview questions, you prepare for something, then I will tell like, so tomorrow we'll discuss about question. Then you need to prepare for that. You just follow for not only you, everyone. This is for everyone. So follow me, trust me. So after Wednesday class, you will gain so much confidence. So we'll speak that day. Okay. So fine. So, but okay. So this ADO.NET I will explain now. Okay. First I will explain. After that I will give the notes also. Sir, we already have this book, or you will share this C#. Why do we don't? Why do we need to write the job on their own talent? Okay. So, why I'm telling. See, when they went for interview on C#, they cleared almost, and I gave some tips to them how to face the interviews and all. So anyway, we are in early stage of the session. I will definitely give you the tips and how to see if you are a fresher or experienced or something. So interviewer, we should divert the interviewer towards our knowledge. See, for example, if you are perfect in one area, we need to bring interviewer to that area. Then what will happen? You will definitely success. But see, but that interviewer is very tough or something. In that case, we cannot bring him, but we need to try to fight with him until last second of the interview. So see, in some interview, no interviewer will expect 100% from anyone. Okay, so why I'm saying, like, uh, why I'm saying, everything. Then so see, if my Satya Nadella knows everything, then why he will hire so many people outside the world? He only will code and do everything. Or Bill Gates, or Sundar Pichai, or anyone. So Ratan Tata. So there should be, see, people will have 60-70% of knowledge, and they needs to improve every day, every second, every minute, 365 days, 24/7. Then definitely you will succeed. You will get success. Trust me, this is true. Okay, so you don't need, see, for example, some people used to tell me, sir, I have personal problem, sir, I have financial issues. So my parents are sending money to me, but it's difficult to send them. What should I do? See, my suggestion for them, so if you people are struggling about something, I agree for that. Even everyone face that situation at least once in their lifetime. Maybe you or your parents or their parents or their parents or someone XYZ. Because if you become successful, then you don't remember all these things. You don't need to think about all those things. Agree with me? So that's the reason what I suggest you guys, forget about all the personal issues or professional issues, something like, if you have problem with parents, or if you're married with your husband or wife or something. So don't think about all those things. Just focus on learning. Okay, practice everything. See, I don't ask you people to give your 24 hours time on .NET. See, 1 hour for class, half an hour for practice, that's it. I don't ask you more than that. Give me half an hour per day. That's it. I don't need. So if you want, if you see, if your system is slow or something, sir, my system is taking half an hour time, sir, to log in. I cannot suggest them. But one thing, so there is concept called SSD. So if your system is very much slow or something, so I don't know other locations, but in Amirpet, whoever is staying in Hyderabad, so in this Aditya Enclave building. So I just changed my laptop. So my laptop was very much slow before 1 year or something. So I spent some 2,000 rupees for SSD, some 600-700 rupees for I have 4 GB RAM, but still I kept some more 4 GB. So that is not required, but SSD is enough. But anyway, I kept, within 2 seconds, I can shut down my system. Within 4 seconds, I can open my system, and Visual Studio is so fast, and all the things are so fast because I just done that. They will install separate OS in our SSD, and they will link that with our hold. So you can access both the things. You will have two login accounts. So one is with SSD, one is without SSD with original OS. Okay, so both will be there, and you can do all kind of things. Okay, that's what I mean. It's up to you guys, but it's my suggestion. If someone need it, if someone feel like their system is slow or something. Okay, fine. So so we are moving out of the topic, and I will come back to this front end. So yeah, we'll have definitely so many motivational sessions and all. So see, our main theme not only to complete .NET. My main intention to build confidence in you in like so to build the confidence in everyone whoever joined the session, right? So if everyone got confidence, if they have enough confidence or something, then definitely they can face any kind of interview and they can easily crack the interview. That's what I feel. Okay, that's what I feel personally. So okay, so don't lose your confidence, just focus on the course and all. So I will definitely there with you guys until you people got the job or something. So once you got the job, see, I don't need a month salary. I don't need something. So just message me like, sir, I got a job. That's it. That is almost equals to you are giving me 5 months of salary or 6 months of salary. Okay. So okay, after getting job or something, so
what I mentioned, like that is almost equals to 5 months. So don't ask me that, sir. You said that if I got the job, if I tell you, then that is equals to I'm giving 5 months of salary. So give me my 5 months salary back. Okay, don't ask me like that. But still, see that will see uh, so so everyone see in IT. So it's not like talent or communication something. So I told my C sharp student long back. I told them like, so people. So I told them, so sir, I have very less in communication, sir. So am I eligible for getting a job? So my answer for them is, if see you people, I hope you people remember, if you know alphabets A, B, C, D, then you can get the job for sure. Trust me. That's what I told them. So I told them when they started learning their C sharp, that time I told the same. Now, so now you people tell me, some people, see, one thing I can tell in C sharp, what is the class definition? Class is a closed container where we can what bind variables and methods, right? So this is what my class definition. I don't know what you people know or something. So we can have different class definitions or different types of. So that will change from person to person. Okay, I explained this one long back in our demo also. I explained and I have proved why this one is right. Now tell me. So just read this one for 3 times. Class is a closed container where we can bind variables and methods. Class is a closed container where we can bind variables and methods. Class is a closed container where we can bind variables and methods. Now people tell me, so you don't know any English, but you read this one. You know only alphabets: A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. Only spellings. You just read this one, and now tell me, do you need communication for telling this definition now? If you're from Telugu or Hindi or something, you cannot tell this. So now tell me, translate someone this in Telugu and tell me as it is. What we call it class? What we call class in Telugu? I don't know. Taragati something is a closed something. So can able to uh, do you guys able to translate that to your own language, Hindi or Telugu or something? No. So for telling this one, you don't need you do for so if someone asks you this question, what is class? Do you really need communication for answering this question? You don't need. It's a definition. The definition won't change. Okay, that's it. That's what I feel. Now people tell me, do you need communication for telling this definition? A big no. That's what I will tell. Then how? See, when you are going for interview, whatever you know, speak in front of the interviewer. Then that interviewer will definitely help you. So if he feel, yeah, this guy has something, this girl has something. So if we give an opportunity, definitely they will improve and they can do something for our company. That's if you build that confidence in the interviewer, no one will reject you. And some people will tell, sir, I went for 3 interviews, 4 interviews, sir, I failed. See, if you failed in one interview, no problem, go for second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20, 50, 99, 200, 300. But somewhere you will definitely get a job. But when you are going for the first interview, whatever the confidence you are having, should maintain same confidence up to the 300th interview. Definitely somewhere you will get the job for sure. Trust me. See, you don't need 300 interviews. I suggest 6, 7 interviews. That is enough. Right? So we'll discuss about that one again. So I will continue with this front end. So fine, front end. So I will explain one more time. See, whenever we are going with the Facebook or something, so when you enter username something, okay, don't copy paste my username and all. Anyway, you people don't know my password, right? So see, this is giving auto suggestion. Okay, so at gmail.com. So basically, what happened here? When you click on create first name, something, so like something, Vishweshwara Puri. So I gave my surname. So something, okay, new password. I gave something. So I don't know, my date of birth is 2022. So I will keep what I can keep now. Tell me some 2005. Is that fine for everyone? So wait. So when I click on sign up, then what will happen? Okay. Okay. So then what will happen? So if so, see, it's a wrong 3, 6, 8, 10. So okay. So now when I click on sign up, what will happen? So it will validate all the details. It will validate all the details and it will store the values where? In database. Yes or no? That is what called as backend. Now what happened if account did not created? No. So when I click on sign in here, so see, when I click on sign in here, will this happen? No. So when the value saved in database, then what will happen? We can enter my username here. I can enter the password which I created here. This one, if I enter, then what will happen? Simply those values will save somewhere. Okay. The next time onwards, whenever I'm trying to log in, it will get those values from somewhere. It will get the password from somewhere. Then it will allow us to sign in. But who is that? Where is that somewhere and who is that somewhere? That who is that somewhere and where is that somewhere is the answer for that is one person, that is SQL server. So we call it as backend. Okay, backend. So whatever we are seeing here, UI, user interface, that is what we call it as a front end. Front end. So like text box, it's a part of front end control. Label, button, checkbox, radio button, drop down list, everything. They're all what? Front end components. They're all front end components. So now people tell me here, you saved the values here. Where the value saved now? In database. Now people tell me, are you guys able to observe the saved values in database? Yes, no. Yes or no? Are you guys able to see the failed saved values in database? Okay. So no. See, whenever I'm asking questions, whenever I'm telling with some intensity of something, whenever I'm asking questions, so try to answer everyone. That's what. So say I ask you 1.5 hour time. So this 1.5 hour, whatever for 1 hour I will be with you guys. So whatever I ask, whatever I say, whatever I ask you people to do that blindly. Okay, when I ask the questions, everyone should answer. So I am seeing 53 here. Some 6-7 people did not. They are opted for video. Maybe they did not join. So everyone should answer. Then what will happen? See, that's how you will gain the confidence. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, so we cannot see those values. Yes or no? So yeah, correct. So we cannot see the saved values. So the example for front end, like tools like .NET, Java, Excel, everything. Backend is what? MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, Excel related. Excel also some kind of uh, database related only. Why? Because so some people can use Excel also as database. Okay. Okay, fine. So now see here. So the application where user will interact is called as front-end application. Front-end application can be developed by using front-end tools like Java, PHP, .NET, everything. And back-end application, the application where exactly user data will be maintained. So called as back-end application, but in front-end application, we can see the output, but we cannot see any saved values or something in our SQL Server. So if users are able to see the saved values in database, then what will happen? So then happily I can open the PhonePe database, and I will see all the username and password in PhonePe database, and I will open that in my machine, and I don't need to work, and I can happily sit at my home. Every day I will transfer some 1 lakh to 2 lakh rupees per day, and finally after completion of month I will get 50 lakhs, and I will do that for 1 year or 2 years or something. Then I will earn some 10 crore or 20 crore rupees, and happily I can sit in my home, and I can happily roam here and there, and I can go for world tours and everything. Why? Because I have seen the username and password from what? Backend. Okay, so is that recommended? No. That's the reason we cannot see any values from backend application. But fine. So now, if you want to work with ADO.NET, we definitely need two components. One is front end and one is back end. So front end. Front end, we are learning now. Maybe ASP.NET or HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything we are learning. Backend, SQL Server. So I request you guys, if someone did not completed their SQL Server, if we have any new batches in Naresh IT, just check with them and join those batches of SQL Server. Okay, fine. So now we need to connect with front end and back end. So how we can connect? So now people tell me, yesterday or day before yesterday, we have done some programs with the, what is that? Tell me, the checkboxes, ready button and everything. Now, why those values are not saving there in database? If you close the application, the labels will reset, the drop down will reset, the checkboxes will reset, everything doing like that. But how? How come? The answer for that is this guy, ADO.NET, Active Database Object. So by using ADO.NET, so we can communicate with front end and SQL Server, and SQL Server and front end. Okay, so how we will do that? We'll see that. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys completed our SQL Server, but I will just give some basic knowledge on SQL Server, how to launch SQL Server and how to work with that. I will give. Why? Because you need some basic knowledge for that, so I will explain that. So just I will explain that, and after that I will give time for writing the notes. Okay, so fine. Now, are you guys fine up to here? Anyone have any questions? If anyone have questions, I'm ready to explain one more time. Yes, yeah, please tell me. So someone raised their hand. Who is that someone? Om. Yeah, Om, tell me. Okay, so by mistake, Om. Okay, no problem. Okay, so anyone have questions? So yes, no. So only two people responded. So I'm taking it as no, and I'm going forward. See, so first thing, if you have any questions, you need, get it clarified in class itself, or if you got that out after class, you can ask the next day's class. Okay. please use the group. What is this? Saujanya. Okay, if you have my number, just message me. I will share that group link. So Divya, when you are going with SSD, definitely it should work, Divya. What is the RAM, Divya? That's the reason, Divya. Make it 4 GB or 6 GB. So it like 600-700 only for upgrading the RAM. Okay. 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 4 or 6, anything is fine. It's additional 4 GB. Additional, see, either so additional 2 or 4, anything is fine. That's what I feel. So based upon the price and cost, just check with them how much it is. If it is 200, 300 difference or something, you can go for 4 more GB. Or else you just try with the you just add 2 more GB. That is also fine. Overall 4 GB is enough, Divya. But if it is like 300 400 rupees of difference or something, then go for 6 GB, I mean 4 GB. 4, you have already 2 GB and plus 4 GB, the total will become 6 GB. That's what I'm telling. Okay, I hope you got it. If you did not, just message me that so that I will explain that. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay, so please use our group for only doubts, like if you are facing some issue in the program, so just keep your screenshot there. Either someone, if someone is completed that program, they will definitely help you, or else you can message me separately personally. I will definitely help. In group also, if whenever I see the group, definitely I will help. Okay. See, and so if you have doubts or something, use that for class on in class only. Try to clarify them in class only. Okay. So fine. So SQL Server. So after installation of SQL Server, I have some days back I shared the SQL Server installation steps, and I think our some Wasim also shared in the WhatsApp group. So if someone did not install, so please install the SQL Server. Okay. So you can open any SQL Server version. So I think currently we have 2022, right? So just open SQL Server. So if you launch your SQL Server 2018 only, mine. Awesome. Okay, so 2018. So now, so SQL Server. Open this one. I'll just explain what are the things there in our SQL Server on the startup page. So I already explained multiple times, but still I want to explain one more time. And if you people done with your SQL Server, this will be, I mean, this is nothing for you guys. You will have idea on it. Okay. Server type. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So analysis engine, reporting services, integration services, SS Azure. So Azure, anyway, we are not doing anything in Azure now. Integration, we are not integrating anything. We are not doing any reporting like SS crystal reports or something. We are not doing any analysis. So simply we are using our SQL Server as database. That's the reason we are selecting database engine. So we are using SQL Server as database engine. Okay. Now server name. See, server name, Simple. You can give your computer name. First step. Few things we can give here. Server name. The first one. Dot. So dot may not work for some people, but dot will usually work. So, and the second one is local host. The third one, computer name. Correct. So see, you can give anything. So see, now we have authentication. What is authentication? For example, so we definitely needs to enter our valid credentials of user ID and password or something to enter into our database. Otherwise, what will happen? So if you are not well maintained passwords and all, then what will happen? Any hacker can hack your database. That's the reason we need to go with authentication. What is authentication? Authentication is a process of checking is a process for checking valid credentials. So if you have valid credentials and valid permissions, then only it will allow you into the particular database. Okay, we have few things. First one, two things. We have two types of authentication. One is Windows authentication and SQL authentication, and just ignore Azure for now. So we have two types of authentication, Windows and SQL authentication. So what is Windows authentication? See, when you when you log in into your system, by providing user ID and password, so then you will definitely enter your username and password. So by default, when you select Windows authentication, correct, Saujanya. So whenever you select Windows authentication, then it will take your Windows credentials. Okay, what is that? Windows credentials. And the other type of authentication is SQL Server authentication. When you select this type, then you need to provide SQL username and password here. At the time of installation of SQL Server, you will definitely provide SQL username and password. You need to provide that, but I just feel like anyway we are learning stage. Just select Windows authentication. You don't need to provide any username and password because it will by default take from where? Okay, from our Windows login. Okay, so server type, server name, authentication. So everything we have seen. So now we'll go back to our book and we'll see. So server name. So server type, what we are using here? We are using SQL Server as database. That's the reason. Database engine. Server name, computer name, or dot, or what else? The other one, local host. Yes or no? So got it? Authentication. So here we have, apart from Azure, we have two, Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication. Yes or no? So okay, so Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication. So username and password. So here I just kept like, so I explained everything here. Database engine, because we are working with SQL Server as database, the engine, that's why we are selecting as database engine. Okay, server name, we have given computer name where SQL Server software was in, where SQL Server software installed. Okay, authentication, it is a process of checking user credentials like username and password. So we can connect in two ways, Windows authentication and SQL authentication. When we connect to SQL Server using Windows authentication, then what will happen? So simple. It is not required to give user ID and password. Any reason for that? Because it will by default take the system user ID and password. That's it. Okay. And the next one, where we connect to SQL Server database using SQL authentication, then we need to provide what user ID and password. So which belongs to our SQL Server. So are you guys clear now up to here? So this is what. So up to here, just note down. I will. So we'll see this syntax and all. So this is so important. That's why I'm asking you to write. So when you write the notes and all, what will happen? So when you go for interviews and all, so simply you can open your book and refer the things. Okay, just note down whatever you're seeing on screen. Okay. See, so whatever spoon feeding needed for .NET learning, I will do everything for you guys. But you people needs to put your 100% efforts, not 100%, 200% efforts. Then trust me, it's very much easy for getting a job in the IT world. Okay. So some people may ask me, sir, we already complete our SQL server, we know all these things, why should we write? So if you are aware, then you don't need to write. But the thing, so some people did not done their SQL course or something for them, so they don't know. See, if one person is like that, also they may not know how to practice all these things. That's the reason I'm giving in detail about this one.
Can I scroll down? Uh, Try to only authentication, remaining anyway. That is normal only, right? So just note down authentication. Server type and server name you can ignore for now. Why? Because you already wrote in the above. That's why. Just note down authentication. Everyone done? Okay, fine.
Thanks, sir, for joining. We'll meet tomorrow. We'll continue with other.